Hi there, if you're looking to book more events for your restaurant, hospitality group, event venue, or wedding venue, today I'm going to walk you through the exact strategy we use to increase event bookings at venues all over the US. So most venues deal with a few common problems that absolutely wreak havoc on their business and are potentially stopping your venue from hitting the revenue that you actually want to do. Number one would probably be dealing with bad leads that aren't qualified, waste your team's time, and don't convert to actual booked events. This can happen because you're relying on third-party platforms, because you don't have a strong enough brand, and because you're just really not reaching the right audience that matches the type of events that your venue is best suited for. Another really common issue that venues face is feeling like you can't control what business comes to you and when. So one month you'll do 10 events, the next month you'll do 2, or you may have really great revenues in the summer but it sucks in the winter. And this feeling is really hard as a business owner because you don't really have the ability to rely on something that's going to drive business for you consistently. And finally, one of the biggest problems that we see venues face is not having a really good marketing strategy that drives business and bookings for your venue on demand. So at Tulen, we created a service that solves all of these problems and continues to drive sales for venues like Buddha Bar New York, Pomo Restaurant Group, which we did $43,000 in revenue last month, Society 8 Hospitality, which one of their venues last month did $73,000 in revenue. So what exactly is our service and our process that actually drives sales consistently month after month, fixes problems in your sales process that probably are going overlooked and are costing your venue revenue, and markets your business specifically in a way that actually drives the right type of lead that will convert to booking. So driving events through paid ads. We found that after testing third-party platforms, after looking into direct outreach, one of the best ways to drive inquiries for a venue that not only gets you leads for your business, but also builds your brand and attracts the right type of prospects is driving events and event inquiries through paid ads. So we use platforms like Facebook and Instagram, as well as Google, to drive inquiries, and we create custom ads that fit and showcase your venue in a way that attracts the type of bookings that best suit your venue. Let's say you predominantly book weddings like Savannah, LA. Our creative focus is specifically on weddings that have been hosted at the venue. Now I'll get to this in a little bit, but we actually optimize our ads based on the ones that produces the most bookings and revenue. We also run Google ads, which are keyword targeted. So people who are searching for event venue locations in specific areas, let's say they want to do a film shoot at a restaurant in New York, that's a really specific keyword search. And last month at Buddha Bar New York, we helped them book in a film shoot with a hit Netflix show. So the second part of our process, and it's not all about getting leads for your venue. What we found is that we can get hundreds of leads to a venue, but really more important than actually driving leads is improving sales performance, because being able to actually convert is what leads to bookings at a venue. So it all starts with what people see online and what qualifications we put in place before somebody is set in front of your sales team. So we create custom venue landing pages that showcase the types of events that we host, what the venue looks like, so that when somebody submits their information, they understand what the venue is and are way more likely to book because they feel that the space fits their needs, and now all they need to do is talk with your sales team, see if their time's available, and discuss pricing together. And we do this in a sequence. So people will submit their information on our landing pages, and then we get them to book a quick call with your venue coordinator. As soon as somebody submits their information online to us, we immediately send them an email and a text and continue to follow up with them for multiple days until they respond to us and say, hey, you know what, I want to talk with someone, or hey, I love this part of your venue. I want to know the pricing and the rates here. So we'll continue to follow up with them. This takes away work from your sales team, who are already overwhelmed, and automates the initial inquiry stage for your venue. Next, we set you guys up with a CRM that includes a booking calendar, BEOs and contracts, as well as communications that are centralized all in one channel. If you're managing your event inquiries through like a Gmail inbox and you're not texting prospects and you're kind of feeling scattered, we take everything, we put it into one place so that you can text, call, and email prospects all from one place. And let's say we work with a lot of venues that have like 2 or 3 event coordinators, and they're able to just to hop into each other's conversations and see what everyone else has been saying to prospects. And this leads to a way better conversion rate on actual sales for the venue. And lastly, most important out of everything that we do is live reporting. So our reporting includes not only the amount of revenue that we generate from our paid ads and from the marketing that we do for your venue, but it also includes the amount of people that respond to your sales team, the amount of people that are ready to book, the amount of people that have actually booked events. And what we look at is like key stages within our sales process so that we can improve. So let's say we only have a 50% reply rate. If we can increase our reply rate within our initial contact to a prospect, that increases the amount of people that potentially are ready to book. And then it also increases the amount of people that we send contracts to, and it increases the amount of booked events at the end of the month. And so you can see that just by making one change in your pipeline can radically increase your revenue. And this also gives you insight into how your team's performing and how well your sales process is working. So before I jump into some of our clients, if this is something that you feel like is going to be a really great step for your venue, and you've been looking for something that markets your venue specifically, drives inquiries that are actually qualified to your venue, and helps you actually sell more events, and is completely trackable and tells you how much revenue you're generating from the marketing investment that you're putting into your venue, then I would highly recommend clicking below to book a call with me or my team, and we'll walk through the strategy that we use for other venues similar to yours, and some of the stuff that I wasn't able to cover on this video. So some of our clients, we work with Clive Collective, which includes Cal Scottsdale, and last month we drove $83,000 in event revenue for them. We also work with Joy District, which last month we drove multiple corporate events and booked them over $105,000 in revenue. We work with Roiva Group in LA, which they have multiple venues, and last month we drove just around $22,000 in events from about $700 in ad spend. Now these are just a few examples of some of our clients. So again, thank you so much for your time, and I would highly recommend booking a call below with me or my team just to get some insight into what we can do for your venue. We always look over what your venue is already doing before we jump on any call. So we'll give you some unique strategies that really fit your venue's needs, and I hope to potentially work with your venue in the future to drive more sales and increase your revenues in a trackable and consistent way.